ठीक है. So today I will show you some platforms where you can do good learnings for free. ठीक है. So आप लोगों को the first thing that you have to do in interview preparation is profile building. ठीक है. Profile building, right? So profile building is what it is about making our profile attractive. Okay. हमको we have to make our profile attractive so that it looks good, it looks aligned to IT, it looks appealing, and our resume looks good. ठीक है. And profile building, is about doing something beyond your normal academics. So as a student, all of you are MBA graduates. You must have done your graduation into some area. Okay, that is common in all of you. Okay. Now, when it comes to interview, you have to stand out unique. You have to be unique in terms of your profile, and that is what is profile building. Okay. So profile building can be done by doing different courses. You can do different courses. I will show you which kind of courses you should do. But this courses can be around your core specialization. It could be around any technology. It could be around any trending thing. So these are some courses जो आपके resume में होना चाहिए, and this will give you an advantage, a special attraction during the interview. Okay, because what will happen, I tell you, all the students will come with the same resume, which will have a mention about their MBA, their college. They would have done one internship. They would have done some extracurricular. So almost every candidate have same resume, and it doesn't look attractive. It doesn't look attractive. Trust me. Okay. So unless and until you have something unique or something which is very latest, that catches the panel attraction. Okay. I don't know. आप में से कितने how many of you have done something around IT? ठीक है. So we spoke yesterday कि this hiring is for technofunctional roles. This hiring is not for MBA finance. This hiring is not for MBA marketing, not pharmaceutical management or international business. Asta is from international business. Okay. You have to justify that you are a good fit for technofunctional roles, and that is where we have to do something which shows that yes, we have idea about technofunctional role, and we can do well in IT. Getting my point? Okay. So let's explore few courses that we can do. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Guys, please keep on responding तो मुझे पता चलता रहेगा आप लोग जग रहे हैं. Okay, all of you are awake. Alright, my screen is visible. दिख रही है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So there is a platform called Infosys Springboard. How many of you know about it?
I know, sir.
I know, sir.
Okay, perfect. So Infosys Springboard is a CSR initiative of Infosys. I hope you know about CSR. What is CSR?
Corporate social responsibilities.
Okay, and what is that? What is corporate social responsibility? It should not take this much of time. What is corporate social responsibility? Come on. This is the part of finance. This is the part of MBA.
So basically, corporate need to fulfill the need of the society. Basically, they need to do some type of a social work.
Right. So you're right, Ankit. So basically, this is only anybody else apart beyond Ankit, because this is really surprising that you are
corporate social responsibilities like providing sustainability, environmental protection, education towards the underprivileged or orphanage children, and making a corporate image of a company and public relations.
Okay.
So there is a type of a rule that government
Best
is
example is ITC.
a type of a rule is made by the government of India, as every corporate society needs to do something good for the society, for the welfare of the society, from their profit. It can be anything. Just like, for example, if you allowed me, Mama company have to plant near about they need to plant some trees. Sir, if you can relate with
okay,
my example.
Got it, Ankit. Got it. Good. So friends, again, we spoke about articulation yesterday. That it is like, I'm sure all of you have an idea about what is corporate social responsibility. Like you have idea about CSR. Sorry, Gen AI. Yesterday I asked you, right, what is Gen AI? But when it comes to explanation, you have to be to the point. Okay. So that is where you make an impression, and that is where it shows that you know exactly what it is. Okay. So corporate social responsibility, the name itself is suggesting that it is the responsibility of corporate to support the society. Okay. So basically, it's the law of government. So Companies Act 2013 says that every company who has a profit of more than 5 crores has to contribute 2% of their profit for the social welfare. And it can be around anything, it can be around any social cause, and that is mentioned in that particular act. It could be around environment, healthcare, education, and anything. Okay. So that's an exact articulation, and all of you should know this. And by the way, you are applying for TCS. So TCS and Tata Group are one of the big giants when it comes to social service. Okay. Many people, including me, we have joined TCS and Tata's because we feel that they do a lot for the society, and it would be a proud thing to join a company that does a lot for the society. You can say this in your answer. Okay. So that is what CSR is, and TCS, Tata Group, again, is a pioneer, and they are the leading people when it comes to social work. Okay. So it should be in your answer when somebody asks you why TCS, why Tata Group. Okay. Anyway, so Infosys is doing their CSR in multiple things, but one good thing they have done is they have made a learning platform, which is Infosys Springboard. So this is the platform, and this is completely free, and you will get all any courses on this platform. Any courses, you name the course and it will be there. on this platform. And the best part is that you get the certificate of doing any course. Okay, so this can actually help you to do your profile building. Okay, so as you know, this hiring is for techno-functional role. So I think all of you should do one certification into techno-functional role. And techno-functional role, mostly, the common role is business analyst. Okay, so business analyst is the one thing that you know that's the most common techno-functional role. So if you have a certificate, if you have a mention of business analyst role in your resume, it will definitely shows that you are a fit for IT. Okay, you can say certain IT industry in IT companies, the business analyst takes care of the client requirements, and I have done a certification where I got an idea about what it is, and it was interesting, and that is something I can do. Yesterday somebody told you are doing a MBA in business analytics. Who was that? Who was that?
Me, sir.
Kalyani, right? So yeah,
Yes.
Kalyani,
Yes, sir.
you are a good match. You are a good match for IT companies because business analyst is the one of the core offering. Okay, let me explain you business analyst in simple language. So basically, you have to understand how IT company works. Okay, IT company काम कैसे करती है, right? So basically, IT companies, yesterday we discussed. So mostly IT companies are into B2B business. Okay, they provide services to another business. Like TCS, is providing services to SBI. Okay, so what they do, they take requirements of customer, they take requirements of client. Like SBI needs a website, SBI needs a mobile app, right? Okay, and this is the requirement, and usually the client is not technically sound. Okay, client doesn't know, okay, what will be in the detail of website, or what will be in the detail of an app. Usually client gives you a picture. Okay, I need something like this, I need something like this. There should be a button on the top, there should be a chatbot, there should be this, there should be that. So client gives you requirement, client gives you imagination. But that is how that is not how the work happens in IT. Okay, you have to give your requirements specifically to the technical team, otherwise they cannot make a website or an app. That is where the role of business analyst comes into picture. Okay, the business analyst act as a mediator between client and technical team. Okay, so the client will come here with the requirement. Okay, they need a website. So business analyst will understand, okay, what you need in the website, which all tabs you want. Okay, how it should look like, what exactly you're trying to target from this. Okay, and then getting those after taking those requirement. Okay, the business analyst convert that into technical form. Okay, for the technical team to program it, to code it. So that is the role of business analyst. Okay, so this is one common role which is there in the IT industry that all of you can play a very good role. For example, Ganesh here is from pharmaceutical background, so he can be a business analyst for a pharmaceutical client. So for pharmaceutical clients, they would appreciate somebody who knows their language. For a banking client, an MBA finance can be a good business analyst because he will understand what is credit, what is other technical terms that is used into the banking world. Okay, similarly, you can be good for some other client or businesses from different backgrounds. Guys, मेरी बात समझ में आ रही है? Am I making sense here? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. So business analyst is a techno-functional role because techno-functional. Okay, there are two terms: techno-functional, technology, and functionality. Okay, so techno-functional role is about is actually consulting the technology. It's not about coding. It's not about programming. You are consulting between technical team and the client, right? So I think you should have one certificate of business analyst on your resume. It will definitely impress the TCS or any IT company for which you are applying, because it will have a justification, a clarity that what you will do in the IT industry. Okay, now, so the problem, one thing with Infosys Springboard is that there are so many courses. There are so many courses. So you have to actually, you can go for the beginner one. Okay, you have to search for the best course. Okay, business analysis for progress management. I think this is looking good to me. Okay, you can play and you can see how it is. So thoda sa you have to search and you have to see ki, it is a good course and you are understanding. So you can start doing this course. ये मुझे ठीक लग रहा है. Okay, project management. Again, project management is another techno-functional role which is there in IT industry. And this is just a 54-minute course, just 1 hour, and you will get a certificate and you will have this on your resume. This is profile building. Okay, of course, do make your notes when you do this course, because people will ask you questions if you mention something on your resume. Okay, so you have to do this kind of courses. Okay, so these are short courses, but yeah, this will give you an understanding. At the same time, this will prepare you. This will make you highly suitable for the IT industry. Okay, you can say you have done a course in business analysis, and where you learn about the project management fundamental, and that is what you think you can do in IT company. You can face clients, you can understand their requirements, and that is what you have done in that course, which is there in your resume. So it sounds appealing. Okay, guys, you are with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
ये course हो जाएगा?
Yes, sir.
You can do this course?
Yes, sir.
Available in this course?
Sorry.
Video lectures available in this course or only PDF?
हाँ, video, 13 video course, 13 video.
Okay.
Okay, start it. You will see. You can hear the voice. Guys, can you hear the voice of the system?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'm sharing you the link. You explore it later. ठीक है. So MBA, here you go to the course. Okay, I have posted the link on the WhatsApp. Done, guys. Okay. So explore it after the class. But yeah, this is a must-do course. Okay. So after the session, before tomorrow's class, this should be done. I will ask you what you have learned, what are the key learnings, and how can you relate it with your MBA, how can you relate it with the IT company. Okay. Second thing that you can do is you can do another course in consulting. Okay, so basically, you are an MBA, okay, and you are applying for an IT company, okay. You are not getting hired for a coding role. They will not ask you to code. They will not ask you to do programming, okay. Which is the most common thing in IT company. The biggest uh, employees, the biggest chunk of employees are actually programmers, coders, because they do coding work. But you are an MBA, so what you will do? Okay, so you will not do coding, but you will face clients. Okay, so that is where you will play the role. MBA, they take MBA because they think MBA students have good communication. MBA students are more mature. Okay, अब वो कितना सही है that God knows, God knows. But yeah, that's an assumption that they carry. So that is where you come into picture. So what is consulting? Consulting is actually discussing with a person, with a client, understanding their requirement and giving solutions to them. For example, uh, uh, a client comes to you that he is not getting good sales. Okay, he's not able to again catch the customers which comes to them. Okay, then you can say, sir, as a consultant, you can say, oh, okay, let's understand why it is impacting it, and then let's do a bit research about it. Let's understand what your competitors are doing around it, and you can suggest, I think, sir, we need to do some gamification, we need to do some automation. We can send WhatsApp messages to the client, and on the festivals, and we can share the latest products coming up, and maybe that can pitch them to come again. So what is happening here? You are doing consulting, right? So a consulting is another good offering for an MBA student in IT company. Again, business analyst or consulting is the same thing. Okay, business analyst is the name, but what is happening here? The consulting is happening, right? Guys, getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so consulting is another good role that you can take up, and consulting can be, it will not be just in the air, it will be around the technology. So once you join TCS, you will be given different business units like cybersecurity, AI, and there are so many, Salesforce, there are so many, actually, so many technologies, So you will be given one unit which will be working on a particular technology, and you can be consultant, for that technology for a client. Don't worry, you will get training about it. You will be asked to do some internal courses so that you increase your knowledge about that particular technology. Okay, but yeah, the function that you will do can be consulting. So I think if you have one certificate of consulting on your resume, it again makes your profile very, very stronger. Getting my point, guys? Okay, and again, you will find it interesting. By the way, let me tell you, friends, I have been to IIMs to take interviews again for TCS. So I have seen, do you have any idea for which role IIM student get hired mostly? What do you think? What
Consulting roles.
Okay, this must be an easy guess.
Technological, sir.
This must be an easy guess for you क्योंकि हम इसी की बात कर रहे हैं. We are discussing about this only. But yeah, this is right. IIM students are actually hired for consulting roles. Why? Because in this particular role, you solve problem for clients. My business is not increasing. Simple. Okay, TCS is my service provider. I am your customer. My business is not increasing. Okay, I'm not getting more customers. What should I do? Now this is a big problem. So what we have to do? We have to understand. We have to identify. We have to do research, and then we have to suggest our client that you are missing this which your competitor is doing, right? Okay, so that is what you should do. So what is it? We are consulting. We are trying to solve a problem which client is facing. So that's what mostly the IIM students get hired for, and that is why they are highly paid, because they think they find solutions to the customer problems. And if you land up in consulting role, trust me, your future will be very good. You will be consulting as a high paying role. You can easily switch from TCS to big four like Deloitte, EY, KPMG, Infosys, Accenture. Consulting is very high paying industry. You can do research about consulting roles. Okay, so if you show that in your resume, again, you will get an advantage, and the panel will be impressed by your resume and your profile, right? So let's if you understand this, so let's again do a course. We have time. See, all of you are, I must say, all of you are sincere students who have taken up for this training. I'm sure majority of your competitors and so-called friends will be waiting for the results, and I'm sure by the time result will come, they will not have time to do all this. And that is why I emphasize to start the training now, so that we have time to do profile building. And that is what exactly you people can do. Okay, so one certificate about business analytics, another certificate that you can do for a beginner level is consulting. This is a 4-hour course. I don't think so. It's a big one. You can finish it in 2 days. Okay, scroll it, थोड़ा सा search कर लेना, क्या बोलते हैं, you have to do a little little hard little work around searching which is the best course, because there are so many courses. ठीक है, 46 courses हैं. अब सबसे easy और सबसे comfortable आपको कौन सा लग रहा है, ठीक है? That is something you have to figure out by playing the courses. But मुझे I think the first one looks good. Simple introduction to consulting, and again there is a certificate free of cost, beginner level, 4 hours. You can do it, right? And again it is from KPMG. No, it is from a person who has worked in KPMG. Guys, clear?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Perfect. So I have given you 2 homeworks. You should do 1 certificate about business analysis, 1 certificate about consulting. And then we will, once you are done with this, we will position this on the top of your resume, and we will make your resume around this, so that the other person who read your resume feels like, yes, this is the right candidate. And trust me, friends, nobody will do this. Those who are, simply going without preparation will have no idea about it. Trust me. Okay. I have taken interviews for MBA hiring, and students are clueless, what to do in an IT company and how to approach IT companies with an MBA degree. Okay. And this is not just about TCS. You can share your resumes to your company like Infosys, Accenture, Cognizant, KPMG, and this 2 particular certification will definitely gives you an advantage over there as well for shortlisting. Okay. अरे हाँ ना तो बोल दो.
Okay. Yeah, sir.
Okay, good.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, like we already submitted resumes
Yeah,
while
no
registering.
problem. Yeah, that's okay. So your interview will happen in person, and the resume that you will carry in the interview room will be looked upon. Okay, they will not
Okay,
see
sir,
the
thank you.
resume. Yeah, they will not see the resume which you have uploaded. Okay, so that happens only in the virtual interview. But yeah, so now all the interviews are happening in person. Okay, so don't worry.
I have a question.
You can edit your resume till the last date of your interview. Okay. Yes.
Sir, I have a question.
Ankit, yes.
Am I audible?
No, you're audible but not clear.
Sir, now?
हाँ, तो अभी साफ नहीं आ रही है, बोलो.
Sir, कितने certificate course ideal रहते हैं?
How many certification you are asking you should do, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so ideally you should have 3 to 4 certification. Okay.
Currently, I have a 2 certificate course. First is from advanced Excel, second from financial modeling and valuation.
So see, we have to make our profile very diversified. Okay. So Excel, and this kind of skills are very common, right? A school student also knows Excel. So having Excel in the resume, having MS Office in the resume is not very impressive, right?
Financial modeling and valuation.
Okay, you can mention that. You can say, you can mention that what you have done in financial modeling. Data analytics is another, another good area which is in demand in IT industry. Okay, so data analysis. So basically financial modeling and all these things are data analysis. So you do some data analysis around some finance numbers, some finance data. So that is data analysis. So data analysis again is one of the demanding role in IT industry. So to be a good data analyst, you should be good at advanced Excel. You should be good at tools like Power BI. And if you know this, then you can mention this in the resume. Okay. It will take time for you to learn Power BI and Excel, and that is why I don't tell people now to learn it. But yeah, it should be your aim in the longer run to know Excel and Power BI both, because this is in high demand, and this definitely creates an impression that you know about the data analysis. Okay. But yeah, if you start learning Power BI now, it will be difficult for you, because these are practice skills. You have to practice advanced Excel, you have to practice Power BI, you have to actually do some analysis on some raw data. So it can take time. So if you know it, good, mention it and prepared well for that. If you don't know it, keep an aim to do it in some time. But yeah, again, not something you should rush up to do that. That's okay. You can still clear the interview without that. But yeah, if you know about Excel, Power BI, then you can do a course in data analysis also. So do a course in data analysis. Again, it will be a good, positive, attractive thing on your resume. Okay, but yeah, whatever you mention, there will be questions from that area. Okay, so don't mention anything that you don't know or that you are not confident about. If you are mentioning consulting, people will ask you questions from consulting. If you are mentioning about business analysis, people will ask you questions from business analysis. Okay, if you mention Power BI, people will ask you, have you made dashboards? Can you show your dashboards? Are they uploaded on GitHub? Right? How Power BI is good than Tableau? When to use Tableau? When to use Power BI? What is that you can do in Power BI that you cannot do in Excel? Right? So people will ask you questions. So only mention few the things if you can defend questions on that particular thing. We will work on the resume in the coming session. Okay, and I will see your resume, all of your resume, and I will ask you questions by looking at your resume, so you will get an idea whether you are ready or not. Okay, so only mention those things which you can defend. Don't mention something that you cannot defend, because if you mention something, people are going to ask you questions from there. All right, guys, with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. So data analysis is another area.
Sir,
Yes.
sorry, sir. Just one question, sir. Sir, my specialization is international business, so that won't cause any problems, right, in
No.
front of the panel?
No, guys, absolutely no. You can be from any background, okay? But if you can justify you are you are you are a fit for IT company, what you can do there, people will take you. Doesn't matter, and that is why they have kept it open MBA, any MBA, right? If they wanted only particular MBA degrees, then they would have mentioned. But this is pure open MBA. So if you mention, if you do the things that I'm telling you, your profile will be more appealing. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But yes, international business, I must tell you, there will be good questions. I will also take your mock interview, at the end of this course. So there will be questions around international business. International business, again, because of the situations as of now going on, again, is something which is very disturbed, especially the American tariff and this Iran and Israel war has impacted the international business severely. So people will definitely want you to explain the consequences of all these things. Okay. And you should be very good, not just good, very good. All of you should be able to, answer this. But since Astha, you are specialized into this particular stream, the questions will be more deeper. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So data analysis is another area on which you can do the course. Okay. So ये courses थोड़े IT industry वाले हो गए. At the same time, you should do some courses on latest technology. And one thing that is trending now and will definitely trend for the next 10 years is Gen AI. Okay. So if you can do a course in Gen AI, the courses are very small, 1 hour, 2 hour. Again, it will give you an understanding definitely about the technology. How many of you know what happens in Gen AI? How many of you know what happens when you give a prompt to ChatGPT? Batao. Tell me. Bolo. All of you are users. Nobody wants to know what is happening in the background. Lack of curiosity. Okay. So, see, if you want to grow in your career, you have to know the things in detail. If something is trending, then you should know, what is happening in the background, right? It is not like that only the engineer should know. You should also know, and that is where you will come across things like machine learning, neural networks. How they are giving responses. Okay, and again, if somebody asks this in the interview and you can explain, you are getting selected. Trust me, because I'm sure not everybody can answer that. But yeah, this is one thing which is very much trending, and if you have a certification on Gen AI in your resume, in your profile, and if you can speak little, speak, in little bit detail about it, I'm sure you are going to create a very good impression. An introduction to generative AI, just 2 hour course, 1 hour 40-minute course. Okay, and it talks about the models and how it works. Again, you will get a certificate, and yeah, will definitely create an impressive profile. Okay, so you can do a course on Gen AI as well. Okay, and if you do all these courses, the courses are not big, they are small. It can be done in a day, all the 3 courses, and this will definitely, going to create a very good impression in your interview. So, guys, this is the preparation for interview. Preparation for interview is not, just repeating the answers. No, it is actually becoming strategic. Okay, if you have realized by now what we are doing, we are becoming strategic to IT company. We are being strategic to the TCS, so that we do what they want, and that is where somebody get impressed. Okay, because otherwise they will catch you there. The first thing they will ask you, okay, MBA marketing, MBA pharmaceutical management, what you will do, right? So it cannot be like, okay, sir, I know pharmaceutical, so I can do good for pharmaceutical client. That answer will not be enough. Okay, you have to actually show, no, sir, I have done certification and I liked it, and that is what I want to continue. And this certifications will help you later also, because once you enter into TCS, you have to find the good projects, and to find the good project, you have to circulate your CV, resume, and then again your resume you have to make. And if you mention the certificates, you will get a good projects, because people can see that yes, you have done things which are relevant to IT industry. Make sense, friends? अरे हाँ ना तो बोलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. तो Gen AI पे आप कोर्स कर सकते हो. बाकी फिर आपकी इच्छा. There are so many things on which you can do courses. Finance students can do on SAP FICO. There are so many fintech courses that you can do. Okay, if you have time, do explore courses, increase your knowledge, boost your profile. So there is so much to learn. So how much deeper you want to go is up to you. But yeah, the bare basic minimum things I have already told you. Okay, you can do courses on cybersecurity, because there are now many jobs around cybersecurity, anti-money laundering, and so many threat detection. So cybersecurity. Okay, so
Hello,
again,
sir. Hello.
yes.
Can you please suggest a marketing related course?
See, marketing is, to be honest, you are not going to get a marketing role in TCS. marketing is done by corporate team. TCS is not something for which you have to do marketing.
No, sir. I'm actually asking for the role which will also help in a interview.
So marketing में you can do marketing. If you talk about marketing today, so it's mostly the digital marketing, it's social media marketing, right? So you can do course around social media marketing because that's very trending today. All the marketing is happening on social media, right? Yeah. So social media marketing
Yes, sir.
is one thing that you can do. Okay. So social media marketing. Okay. AI in marketing is another course that you can do. AI in marketing. Okay. So this kind of
Got it, sir.
courses, will look impressive on your resume. जैसे AI in मतलब every field is a good course because AI is actually affecting everything. Okay, so yeah, again a good course for finance students. So so do courses because you have to. If you want to grow in your career, if you want multiple job offers, you have to apply to different companies, and every different company will have a specific role. And if you have done multiple courses, then you can choose which one to put, which one not to put. Okay, maybe today you're applying for TCS, tomorrow some other opening come from Deloitte, from Infosys, from Accenture, or from any other company. So ये जो courses हैं, this courses will help you there also. Okay, so this is called profile building. See, I started Career Kunj because I was not able to see all these things in the resume of students. I felt that college are not teaching what is industry is expecting, and that's the big gap. And all these things I'm telling you is out of a very deep experience into placement and interviews, right? And if you do this, you will see a difference in your selection. Anyway, all right. So this is one platform which you can explore. Another platform that you can do is, have you heard of Forage? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
So,
Yeah, so Forage is another good platform where you can find good job simulation. So basically, job simulation is a kind of a small project or work that you can say, and it is in Forage. It's a platform where Fortune top 200 companies, like the big names you can see, PwC, BCG, Bank of America, Red Bull, they have created job simulation. Again, this is a free of cost, and this is for all the streams. Okay, so you can explore your job simulations. So okay, so let's say career interest. So accounting and advisory, banking and finance. So let's say banking and finance. So if you see banking and finance, so you can do a job simulation. Again, it's a small course for 4 to 5 hours. Investment management. Again, once you finish that course, you get a certificate from companies like EY, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity. See, Goldman Sachs and all these names are most high paying companies. These are fintech companies and highly paid. Goldman Sachs, BGC ये 50 lakh के packages देती है IIMs वगैरह में. Okay, so very high paying companies. Okay, so if you do this courses, again it will put a good impression, and you will have a name of this companies on your resume that you have done a job simulation from companies like this. And ठीक है, जो भी आपने किया हो, you will feel कि बहुत छोटी चीज करी हमने. We have done a small thing in this course, but that's okay. As you are a student, you are not a professional. So so for example, investment management, it's a good course. Okay, इसमें आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have to do a course. You have to basically task 1. आपका task 1 है address a client question on investment management. ठीक है, so they will explain you task 2, task 3, task 5, task 6, and once you finish all the tasks, it's done. ढंग से बैठ के करोगे 2 घंटे में हो जाएगा. You will get a certificate from Fidelity on investment management. Okay, so again something which will show yeah.
Sir, I'm having a certificate on generative data analytics simulation, sir.
Very good. Mention that in your resume and prepare questions around it. Okay.
I do have, sir, Introduction to Project Management by Google.
Very good. Again, a very relevant course for IT industry, project management. Good, very good. But yeah, whatever you have done, it should not be just mention in the resume. You should be able to explain. Like Ganesh, you did a course from project management. So what were your learnings? Tell me, what were your learnings from that course?
Like Agile, Waterfall, Scrum, these were the terminologies where I came across. In this also, I have how to plan a project, right from it, budgeting, and all the aspects of a project from developing from a scratch to end, how to execute it. These were the key things that I have learned for this course.
All right. Okay, explain me the difference between Agile and Waterfall.
Agile is making, likely it was 1 year ago. I might be wrong somewhere.
Yes.
Agile is
Go ahead. Okay, you finish your answer, then I will tell you.
someone want to speak.
So
No.
Agile is related to iterative model.
Very good. But Ganesh should answer that.
So
sir.
Agile is making a bigger output from a small resource. Agile techniques.
No, that's not the right answer. What Yash said is right. So Agile is a methodology to do work. Okay, it's a framework. Okay, so if you know about software development life cycle, so Agile is one of the methodology to do work, and it's an iterative way. So basically, in Agile, we are in consistent discussion with the clients about the requirements and the work we are doing. Waterfall is that we take the requirements and we do the work after 1 month and we go back. So agile is an iterative way where we continuously discuss with the client. Okay, so Ganesh, आपका answer was not at all right. Okay, so please revise it.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay
it was
friends.
way back.
हाँ, because if you mention something and you answer wrong, मतलब आप you are hitting axe on your leg, आप अपने पैर पे ना कुल्हाड़ी मार रहे हो. ठीक है, या सो बट या लुक, नॉट अ बिग प्रॉब्लम, होता है, भूल जाते हैं हम, 2-3 महीने में भूल जाते हैं. बट या दिस इज व्हाट इज इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन. इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन मतलब रिवाइज ऑल द थिंग्स दैट यू हैव डन सो दैट यू कैन इमीडिएटली आंसर इन द इंटरव्यू. इंटरव्यू में ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए आई एम थिंकिंग, अरे दैट वाज इट, आई थिंक आई एम नॉट श्योर, यू नो आई थिंक इट इज दिस, आई गेस इट इज दिस, आई बिलीव इट इज दिस. नो, this is not, you know, the right way. So agile is this, in the best of my memory, it is this, it is this, it is this. That shows your confidence, that shows your clarity, and that actually, you know, make you selected. Okay, so whatever you have done, please revise it, and you should be immediately able to answer it. Okay, kal we will do your resume scanning. I will show you how to prepare the questions in the interview using AI. So we will spend some time on that. But yeah, Forage again is a good platform. You can do courses, you know, you can do some very good job simulations. So if you do 2-3 courses and 2-3 job simulation, you know, a very strong profile and so many good questions to ask and to impress the panel. Okay, so you can find courses from every field. You know, if you are from let's say marketing, or you are from sales, you can have a course here. Okay, branding and design. ठीक है, इसमें ना आपको डेटा एनालिटिक्स का कोर्स भी मिल जाएगा. ओके, एआई पे भी है, डेटा एनालिटिक्स. सो you can, ये बहुत अच्छा कोर्स है टाटा का डेटा एनालिटिक्स का. I think you have to use Power BI, but yeah, if you know it, then very good course. Okay friends, are you good with what I have just shared? Deloitte,
Yes, sir.
see, these are big names. If you mention that you got a certificate from Deloitte BCD, it shows that yes, this student has done something, and that is where you will get a, you know, a positive response, a positive impression. And yeah, if you can articulate this immediately, you know, the questions around it, trust me, इंटरव्यू ना मतलब शुरू में अगर अच्छा जा रहा है तो देयर आर गुड चांसेस दैट, यू नो, इट विल बी ऑन द गुड साइड, यू विल गेट सिलेक्टेड. ओके, सो आपके रेज्यूमे में ये चीजें होंगी. द इनिशियल क्वेश्चंस विल बी फ्रॉम दिस एरिया, एंड सिंस you are doing now, you are revising it now, what will happen, the panels will get impressed, and then they will ask you questions from this area. So आपके शुरू के 5-10 minutes will be very strong. You will immediately answer all the questions, and yeah, they will think this is the right candidate, let's take him. Okay, so that's you know how you should prepare. You know, mention the things in your resume that you want the panel to ask to you. Okay, and they will ask you this way only, and you, since you are prepared well, you will answer immediately, you will answer confidently. But what else is needed, you are selected. Okay, but yes, we need to do a good practice so that we can answer it immediately. Okay, all right.
Okay,
So
sir.
yeah, now okay, let's understand ki how much excitement you have got to do the hard work. So tell me how many courses you will finish by tomorrow. Comment in the chat box. Bolo. Comment in the chat box. 1, Ankit 1, Saraswati 2, Ganesh 2. Good. Pallavi 2. Amos 1. Okay, good. I would look forward. 1 because having internship obligation, no problem, Fazan. You know, if you can do 1 with your internship, again, well and good. Yash 2, Astha 2. ठीक है, जोश में तुमने कमेंट तो कर दिया कल्याणी. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू, लेट्स सी, कल तो देखते हैं किसको मतलब कितना ज्यादा जोश है मतलब इंटरव्यू निकालने का. ठीक है, okay, so we'll be looking forward, you know, how many courses you do, and yes, there will be questions from my side, so don't think like कि fast forward करके टक finish, certificate मिल गया, and then, you know, we are good. I will ask you a question, okay, like an interview panel. Okay, so make notes because these are not your core courses, these are not your degree subjects. You will forget it. You will do a course this week, you will forget it next week because ये technical चीजें हैं. You will forget what is business analytics, क्या था agile. So make notes so that you can revise before your interview date. Clear?